Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this full moon in Sagittarius, which is on June 11th. You could definitely feel the effects of this, up to a week before to a week after. So thanks for joining me today. I am your soul coach, Deanna, taking you from 5D and beyond. So we have a full moon coming up in the sign of Sagittarius, and we're also in Gemini season. So this full moon is going to really ask you, where have you been negative? What do you need to release that's negative? This could be a negative outlook, a negative habit, some negative people that are in your circle, because Sagittarius is a very optimistic driven sign, and so anything that has been holding you back really does need to be released. And those of you that have a Sagittarius suns or rising sign, and I also do believe Geminis are going to feel this, you could definitely be in the more so, you're going to be in a transformation. So what I'm feeling is, how about we pick a few cards from this deck. It's called Akashic Records Oracle deck. I really like it. And if you would like an Akashic Records reading with me, please just go ahead and look at the top and for my information and reach out. So this is a time where, we also have the Lord of Karma in Aries, and it's affecting a lot of us. So what do you need to release? I want you to think, first of all, before I pull the cards, what are the top 3 things that you could release on this full moon in Sagittarius? So whatever comes to your mind right away, just write those down. You don't need to know how you're going to do it. It could be, okay, I want to release my debt. I want to live a healthier lifestyle, and I want more love in my life. So those could be general things. And of course, by releasing any sense of lack, it's going to bring in some energy for the shift and the change. Okay. So I'm going to pull a few cards here, and I have, interesting enough, the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is all about your relationships, your joy. And I just talked about your joy in life. If you're not really happy and joyful, why not? What is blocking you? What do you need to release? What resentments do you need to release? And also, how could you create more joy in you, which will reflect in your relationships? Let's see. I also have here, I knew it. This is a time of transformation, a big one. You're getting ready to come up out of that cocoon into a beautiful butterfly. And it can feel a little scary when you're shifting, but it's time. Some of these lower level thought forms, vibrations, you just have to release it. Put it into the fire. Just write them down, burn them into a fire. I have here war and battle. Have you been battling yourself, and what kind of wars have you felt like you've been in? What kind of battles have you been? How about from here on out you start to pick your battles? You don't need to fight over everything. I mean, Sagittarius are warriors, are the only ones with a weapon. But you don't have to fight every battle. So think about that. Have you been fussing about everything? Just pick it. Some things you gotta let go, you gotta let slide. And other times you really do need to show up in your gear and fight the good fight. I have here totem animals. I have wolf here, and as you can see, that full moon peeking in. So have you seen some new totem animals or your totem animals? I have seen so many lately. A fox was in our driveway, and my partner saw a groundhog, and What else? Lots of cardinals and blue jays. And I saw a large black snake, which I was not a fan of. But I've definitely have seen a lot of totem animals and lots of signs in nature, so maybe you have as well. It looks like you have an umbrella of protection around you right now. And so in order for you to do some of this deep work or some of this shadow work on what you want to release, just call in a hedge of protection around you. This energy could be a little bit chaotic. Fire signs are very passionate, and you know, when they release things, it's not done quietly. It's usually with force and with vigor. So I have here, what kind of life do you want to create in the future? So think about your future, and if there's anything you're doing right now that's not going to benefit this version of you that you want to bring in, then stop doing it, you know? So like if you're smoking, or you're having too many cocktails and has sugar in it and you're getting a headache, or too many sweets, or you just haven't exercised in a while, or you just keep talking to this one friend and all they do is gossip about everybody, is this going to benefit you in the future? You need to really think about, when you wake up, feeling gratitude, and then what could I do right now, today, that is going to benefit me in the future? What habits could I bring in that are positive in order to have this best version of myself in the future? All right, so what else do I have here? It's like this one's falling out. Solar plexus, yellow. So you're being asked to check in with your solar plexus area, and I want you to light it up yellow, so it's, you know, where your stomach is, and where's your power? Who have you given your power to? Your power in life. If you're feeling drained, I really want you to write down the top 5 reasons why. Is it diet, exercise, the people you're surrounded with? Do you hate your job or your relationship? Then it's time to shift that, because you're here to be a bright light, and you need to ask for any cords or hooks, or you know, anybody that's trying to attach to your solar plexus, that is cleared out. You need to make sure that you're reclaiming your power and light in this world. And yeah, so do some solar plexus work, wear some yellow, bring that energy in, and use the mantra, I am powerful. Okay. I have here wealth and abundance, which is amazing. So if you've had any sense of lack or issues when it comes to your finances, I want you to see them clearing, and also I want you to write down practically, what are the top 3 things I could do to get my finances in order? First of all, you need to feel good and joyful and aligned, so your health is number 1. So making sure you're feeling good, and number 2, you need to release any lower level beliefs that, oh, money only grows on trees, or I'm just not gonna have the things that I desire, my parents didn't, or that you're afraid of success or something like that. So release any limiting beliefs, and believe that you're meant to be wealthy, because money is energy, and the more energy you have, the more you're going to affect this planet. And I also have here Oracle Library. So this is just telling me that it'd be really awesome for you to visit the Akashic Records. It would be a great time. Sagittarius energy is philosophical. I have a sun sign Sagittarius, so speaking from experience, it would be great to do that, to check in at the Akashic Records and see what the librarian gives you and what your records have to say. I also have here sacred contracts. There are some soul contracts that are ending, and some are beginning. So I want you to take a look at that and be mindful. Some could be when it comes like relationships ending or beginning. This could also be a soul contract where I'm breaking up with fear. I'm stopping feeding that, and I'm going to start feeding my faith. So see, I feel like we need one more to end. And I have here magic and alchemy. So remember, you're creating your life with your frequency. So check in and see, how are you vibing? Do you have any lower level thoughts around you and people around you? You really need to clean it up. So get aligned and remember your magic and create alchemy in your life. So if there's anything lower level, just alchemize it into gold. So take care. Have a wonderful full moon in Sagittarius. And like I said, if you're interested, reach out for it, an Akashic Records reading. Bye.